Kevin Van Valkenburg. I'm the owner of the Little Speed Shop, and we are starting a new, fun YouTube series called Garage Tours. Well, at least I think we're going to keep it that name. So we're going to start off going to a customer's who's became a friend of ours. His name is Jim Swetman. He's done really well for himself. He's had a bunch of cars he's collected over the years. He loves doing driver schools, loves going fast, and got a really cool little storage facility. So we're gonna head over there. Today we're driving one of our cars that are for sale. It's a 2009 Audi R8. We're taking over to see Jim Swetman to do our first garage tour. So if you like the series, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and recommend people to us, because we're looking for guys or girls, anybody that's got like a cool car, cool motorcycle, especially a great story. And if you have more than one, cool. If you only have one, that's fine too. If you got just a great story, we want to come and interview you and see where things go and like have a fun time doing it. Keep an eye out for more in the future, and we'll see where it goes from there. So I'm Kevin Van Valkenburg with a Little Speed Shop. I'm here with Jim Swetman, a longtime customer, friend, and we are starting our video series, our garage tour video series. Figured nobody better to start with than Jim Swetman. So we've known each other for how many years now?
12, 13 years.
Something like that, long time. Just right after I started the shop, I remember seeing, before I even met Jim, I remember seeing this silver car blasting around the racetrack, super loud, blasting down the straightaways at Watkins Glen. And I was like, who was that guy? He's crazy out there. Like, but this is Jim Swatman. He started, we're here at his facility called FLX Auto Storage, and he's got a lot of cool cars, and he stores a lot of cool cars. So we're gonna take a look at what he's storing, what he's doing, and take a look at some of your favorite cars. Like, what we're supposed to do here is take a look at customers, their cars, anybody that's got something cool. We want to find out who they are, where they are, and go from there. So, yeah.
Nice.
Anyway, do you want to talk a little bit about yourself and like how you got started and how what brought you into like the car world?
Oh yeah. Well, thank you, Kevin, for coming out here and getting us all together. Really, it's like anything else. The passion for cars starts when you're young.
Yeah.
You know, and I knew that I liked cars right from the beginning when I was taking my lawnmower apart, trying to figure out how everything worked, but couldn't get it back together again. My mom had a Chevy Chevette, remember those things?
Yeah.
And I put BF Goodrich radial tires on it and air shocks in the back, and used to bounce around the corners with that car as soon as I had gotten my license. So always kind of a passion for cars.
Yeah.
And you know, as you get older, even in my high school, I took shop classes and learned about motors and things like that, and just always kind of had a passion for that. So it started very, very young.
Yeah. It's like we all start. Like,
Yeah.
With Matchbox cars. And
Yeah.
I remember I had like a little stomper trucks. I was like driving them all over everything that I could, and doing all that.
No, it was a fun. And then you know, moving forward, what really got me going is doing the high performance driving.
Yep.
Which Little Speed Shop. Little Speed Shop really helped me make that happen as far as making things easy. So going to Watkins Glen, having the support there, a place to bring your car and things like that. So, you know, anytime you can make things easier for a company or for a customer, it always kind of forwards their passion as far as what they want to do. So,
make it simple.
So with that needing a place for storage for my car and cars, I had an opportunity to buy this facility here because I had a 40-foot camper and a 40-foot fifth wheel. And I said, you know what, I need a place to store that. I need this place to kind of store my car collection. But I also saw a need for people like me that had multiple cars, a place to store their car. And as I looked over the landscape of what was available out there for car stores, there was nothing that I saw that was available as far as high-end car storage.
Yeah.
So something where you could bring your car in, 24-hour access, high security, heated, air conditioned, everything set up. So that's why I had the opportunity to build out this 4,500 square feet. and put in FLX Auto Storage. I had it professionally designed by RES Exhibits here in town because I really didn't know color schemes and things like that.
Sure.
And with that, I also found out that there's this huge car community. Is that as I started getting customers here, that they really didn't just really want to store their car, they wanted to talk.
They want to talk about their cars.
They want to chat.
That's why this series is starting.
They wanted to talk and chat, and then what I really found out is that everybody has a story.
Yeah.
And it's so interesting to be involved in the stories of how they got their car, how they started with cars. Yeah. And it is a real exciting community to be in and be around. It's just like going over to your Saturday morning cars and coffee. You have 300 cars there, and it's an exciting atmosphere to be in when you're around that kind of car community. So that's how it is, and it's really kind of grown. I've learned a lot from building this facility. This has been kind of a test market as far as what I want to do, and I definitely want to expand it as well.
Yeah. Well, I think you're going to do really good with that. Yeah, with the facility, we're going to walk around the facility, take a look at it, and then I'm excited to, maybe we can talk about a couple of the customers.
Yeah.
Because I see you have a couple Dodge Chargers here, which caught my eye right away.
Yeah.
When we walked in here, I'm like, you don't see that. Vipers and all kinds of other stuff, but most importantly, you have some cool stuff.
Yeah, I got the cars, the cars that I have, and again, everybody's different, and that's what's great about whether owning one car or owning multiple cars is there's no right or wrong answer.
Right.
Right? You see cars that are junked in your eyes, but people just love them, and then you see the exotics, and it's like, okay, that's fine. They don't drive them or anything. They just kind of look at them, which is fine. You go to the car shows and you see everything. So there's no right or wrong answer. Right. And so my kind of car collection, there's no exotics. They're all really drivers.
Yeah.
I like to drive cars. And that's the one thing I think that the automobile gives you is that freedom. It gives you the freedom to drive as fast as you want when you're on Watkins Glen track doing the high performance driving. That's where I really get the speed thing out.
Right.
You can't do it obviously here, on the roads, but it gives you that freedom to drive different cars depending on what mood you're in.
Right.
You'll see there's different mood cars that I have. For my loud GT, Mustang, Shelby 350, that's the loudest car I own. So when I'm angry, I'll go out and I'll drive that. When I want to feel good, I take out the Cadillac CTS-V. When I want to, have a little bit more luxury but still have speed with it. So that's what the car community is. There is a difference of personalities. There's difference of their collections. There's difference in their financial abilities of what they have to do. But I think there's a lot of people out there just love to talk about their freedom of cars and they want to get together. People really want to get together, and again, that's what the little speed shop does. I think the opportunity that you offer, the cars and coffee, and having a shop like that, having two shops, having your speed shop to taking care of the high performance drivers, and your everyday shop there too. I think that's just a fantastic business plan that you had put together.
Yeah, we try to complete the circle of opportunities for people to get their cars worked on and taken care of and cleaned up and all this other stuff. But it's actually fun. Like, that's what I really enjoy about the car community. This is one of the big passions that I have, is actually meeting with people like yourself and everybody else that says, hey, I don't have the time. I'm going to buy this or fix this through somebody else, or I'm just going to make it myself and just do my own thing. So, and that's what's fun, to like walk around Cars and Coffee and see these cars and your cars and everything else. Is that like, you know what? Like, I made this little intricate little part here, and it's like the coolest little thing.
Well, you see that with each individual customer that comes in, doing the repairs, upgrading what they want to do. I mean, that's got to be satisfying.
That's so
for a speed shop.
Yeah.
Do that.
Building a car from the ground up, or else just doing an oil change, keeping somebody going so they can get back and forth to work. Any of that. So, you want to walk around, take a look at some cars?
Yeah.
Let's do that. We're gonna go through, see the facility a little bit, and then can I do a little walk around, see these cars? So this is FLX Auto Storage.
Yes.
This is where your customers are, and do you keep any of your cars with you?
No. I over on the other side. I have my.
And they're totally separated, right?
Yeah. This is the customer side,
and this is also a place where people can come. Do they get their own cars done?
Yeah, what it is here, what's great about the way that the facility is designed is 24-hour access to their car. So even if December, there's have to be a 70-degree day, they can come in here, get their car out, drive around, and take care of that. So they have full access to the facility. Also, what's nice is we have the tire changers, wheel balancer, we've got the lift here that the customer can use their own light work, what I say, as far as oil changes and if they want to rotate their own tires. So that's how it's all set up. Also, what we have set up is we were just up there is the party mezzanine. Of course, you got to have that. So, you know, when the Indy races are on, or Formula One, or Super Bowl, they come up here and you can set up. It's got the ice machine, it's got sink and everything, surround sound and all that kind of stuff for that. But yeah, but these are all the customer cars. This is, you know, like we had talked about, every car here, every customer's got a story. This is very interesting here. This is a son and father built this lower car here together, and so restoring their cars here. So just a lot of different cars that are here. One of the customer here, he's got 4 different cars here. Loves the facility, loves to be here because it's always quiet, and neat, and clean, and not busy. So yeah, it's just a great facility that I have put together, built, and designed to make things comfortable.
Yeah, for everyone.
Yes, yeah, make it comfortable.
And it's fun for you to come in and see too.
Exactly. Yeah. And one of the best things that I did too is all the different words up here, all the different.
Yeah, I love the quotes. These are some of the greatest quotes.
Yeah. So I had put them. What I wanted to do with the quotes is I wanted to use different perspectives, not only from drivers, but there's one over there from Ernest Hemingway. I mean, you know, as far as cars go. So yeah, so it's a fun facility because things should be fun when you're doing this. Yeah. When you're doing this hobby.
And you have some tools for people to use?
Yeah, these are community tools that people have, and then also they can have their own lockers in here as well. So if they want to have their own tools or they want to have their own wax and stuff to clean their cars, they can have everything set up right there as well.
It's so fun. Well, let's go check out your cars.
Yeah,
let's go.
Not all these are my cars. I've got some customer cars that are in here now. But this is, you know, my side of the facility. Not as elaborate as the FLX side, but still, you know, very, very comfortable.
Yeah.
I was fortunate enough to acquire the building and doing the renovations to it and things like that, and you know, the color schemes and things like that. So
it looks great in here.
Yeah, I feel very, very fortunate to be able to have this here. But yeah, so we can walk around.
Yes, so somebody take a look at cars.
Yeah, so let's start out with the first one here. So this Audi, the Audi right here, this is a tribute car. I bought this car from California. This is an Audi S4 to 2013. It's a tribute car to the road rallying because Audi was dominant in the road rallying in the early and mid 80s.
Yes.
And I love this car. I don't fit in it. It's not practical for me at all. But I love the way it looked.
It looks
and
awesome.
I bought it online from a gentleman in California, like I said. And so this is just one of these fun cars that you have. Completely impractical. Well, I do get it out, and this is by far the most picture-taking car out of all of them. Right here. Everybody takes the pictures out, especially with the fog lights in the front and things like that. So it's a very, very special car.
So you get to turn those fog lights on?
I do. They are plugged in there, and you can turn them on. And yeah, it's just fun.
Look, I'm blind a lot of people, right?
Yeah, it would. Well, here we can scroll down over here. Of course, you always have to have the classic.
Yeah.
So this is my '68 Camaro SS. I bought this at a Mecum auction, and so I went right up on the front stage because I had targeted this car. And what's great about this car, again, every car has a personality to it. What's great about this car is its badge is a 396, but it really has a 454 full-blown race engine in it.
Wow.
So just a lot of fun, completely restored, love the color, and got up on stage and got the bid on it and won it. So that was...
Did you go to Mecum just
for this?
Well, I had targeted 3 cars, and this was one of them. And this one, the 68, got the most people around it. In fact, when it pulled up on stage, there was a whole bunch of people following it, and I didn't think that I was going to get it.
Yeah.
So it ended up happening, so I finally got my old classic car that I wanted, the 68 Camaro SS.
Can we open?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. This is, yeah, come on over. This is completely restored.
Yeah.
Again, it's all badged.
Yeah.
It's all badged. It's a 396, but it's a big block 454 in there. So again, you know, I'm the kind of guy that I'm not really a numbers matching guy.
Yeah.
I just want to have fun.
Drivers.
Yeah, I'm gonna have cars and, you know, show it up and things like that. So
Yeah.
so this is a great car. This car, when you drive it for 15 or 20 minutes, you get tired.
Yeah.
Because there's no
Manual
power
brakes.
steering, everything's manual,
Yeah.
and you drive it for 20 minutes, and it's a man's car.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got the rock crusher shifter
Does it?
on it, and the shifter there. I mean, it takes a man to drive this
Yeah.
car. But again, that's what's fun about having, you know, all the kind of different cars, and the tribute cars, the old ones, and things like that.
No emissions.
No, no.
Straight plates.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So here,
This is the one that this is the one that I'd seen before I had actually officially
Going around the track.
Yeah.
Cars.
Yeah.
Fast.
Yeah, so this is a 2009.5 Pontiac G8 GXP, made in Australia. They only made 1,839 of these cars. This is number 369, and I bought it because it was a 4-door car and it was a sweeper car. It's got the Corvette engine in it, the LS3, but of course nothing stock that I got. So I put a Magnuson blower on it, and then this is the first car I started to track at Watkins Glen.
Yeah.
And what was interesting is I showed up with this car, and I joined the BMW club. And I showed up with a Pontiac at the BMW club for the Watkins Glen event. So it took a little while for people to end up liking me.
Yeah.
They knew that I was an okay guy, even though I showed up with a Pontiac.
Loudest, fastest.
Oh yeah. So I drove this for 3 years and got the most out of it, but obviously it's not a track car.
Yeah.
So then I just kept elevating, you know, myself. But again, this is one of these cars that this is going in the will.
Yeah.
There's so much emotion behind this, being first time on the track.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This car I'm gonna have forever, and it's gonna pass on because it's just a lot of fun to drive. It's an automatic, so you can really, really go out and just, you know, have fun with it. And it turns heads, because as you know, Pontiac's not around anymore. In 2009, they announced that they were out of business. So not only does it look fun, it drives fun.
Right. Look, you can tell me eventually. All around the.
Yeah, so the first one,
50 loud.
yeah, oh, this one's unbelievably loud. We can start it up for you if you want.
Yeah.
But the Shelby GT350, that's a 2018. And then I got the big brother for it. And, you know, I'm kind of a GM guy, but Ford is really, I mean, you know, with the muscle cars, you know, with the Shelby GT500, this is a 2020, 760 horsepower at the engine. I mean, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy with this car. And unfortunately, as we know, this is getting into the last of the muscle cars with it. So you got to take advantage of that, you know, when they come in. And as you know, you brought this to the track for me.
We did. I was just actually admiring the rubber marks here from somebody else, right? Yeah.
So what happened, I had my BMW, which is at your shop now, getting repaired. I had my BMW and that broke down.
Yeah.
And you graciously came all the way out here to Macedon, picked this car up, did the brake work on it, took the rain shield off of it, and the next day I was out on track with this thing this summer.
Really?
So I finally got to spend all day at Watkins Glen ripping the living daylights out of this car. It was an absolute blast.
Fun car, right?
Oh my God! It was just a fantastic car. Keep with that. But that's definitely the Shelby GT350 is more of a track car.
Yeah.
It's definitely more of a track car. This one is a really straight ride. Yeah, I mean it was good. It was a good car, but you know that's more of the track right there. The Shelby, the GT. Whoa.
So really car.
So this is the Cadillac. This is the 2014 Cadillac CTSV, and what I had done to this car, it's meth injected, ported supercharger, cam on it, tune on it, exhaust change on it, and what I wanted to do, and they also changed the hood on it. I had that hood scoop put on just to get some airflow through there so you won't see. And what's really special about this car is it's a 6-speed. And they only made 913 6-speeds in 2014 of this car. So it only has 6,000 to 7,000 miles on it, but honestly, they're hard miles.
Yeah. I don't think anything is too many.
But but it's just a fantastic car, nice and clean, 6-speed again with it, so it's just a lot of fun to have people come in and I actually had one of my daughters learn how to drive with this on the 6-speed because the clutch is so easy on this car.
How much so?
This puts out, here, in fact, come on over here, let's see. On the rear wheel, I have it engraved of what it put out at the rear wheels.
That's a great idea.
Yep, so I had it, and it's done with the same colors of cars, so 694 horsepower at the rear wheels. And those are one-off rims.
And you
I had
only
them
put
engraved.
that engraved on the rear wheels.
Exactly.
Smart move.
Yeah, because people ask, and I can't remember half the time. So I had it engraved, and then what I had them do with the front is I didn't want to black out everything, but I had them black out the front grille. But I wanted to keep the chrome, so the grills are
Classy.
Yep. And then again, like we said, the hood, I had them paint the calipers a little bit, and then I just had just some things cleaned up a little bit in here. So what we did is we put red across the top here on top of the supercharger. We wrapped the mount here in carbon fiber. It's got a 6-inch air intake here to keep things moving air coming into this thing because it just
needs a lot of air.
Needs a lot of air. Yeah. First gear is not existent on this thing. You can go through first gear and redline so fast that it just shuts down. It protects itself, and I've had that done before too. And the meth tank is right here. This is where the windshield washer fluid goes in. So that's where the meth tank is. So it is just a lot of fun. And when you're going down the street and you get on it, it sounds like a jet engine going by.
Really?
Oh, it's just bad. Well, we take it down to the opening weekends for Watkins Glen in April, and everybody wants to drive the CTSV.
Because so we do our opening day, which you guys tag along with. You do your thing here in the morning with all your friends. Everybody comes over and give out cars to your friends, right? And then everybody gets a chance. You guys kind of meet us down there or around St. Thomas, our group, and then you guys have fun in the chat.
Yeah, that's another thing that I like to do because I've got friends, and I love to share the passion of cars, and I let them drive my cars down to opening weekend and down the track, the parade laps, and it's so much fun because there's not a lot of people that have the opportunity to drive cars like this, and I'm very open to letting them drive. Of course, we have to have a little chat ahead of time, make sure, because these are powerful cars. But I've been doing it now for 8 or 10 years, and it's just a blast. So again, that's part of sharing your passion with other people.
Sharing the passion with your friends. It's so much better than just like leaving the cars in the garage and like letting your friends come over and look at them and just, oh, you can't drive this. Don't drive that. Don't drive. Like, no, just take them out, have fun with it.
Exactly. Yep. So these are I call my personality cars.
Yeah.
So
you basically almost have a car for each day of the week. Right?
But it's fun. It's just a lot of fun as far as and because they're all kind of newer, they're not hard to take care of.
Yeah.
They don't need expensive parts. They don't need things like that. Yeah. And then obviously for the car trailer and everything for the M4, which again,
we see the car trailer at the ride all the time.
Getting some work done on the M4. Just came back from Virginia down National Raceway with that. So that was fun. Yeah, it's a blast.